everyone, and Tom.
Hello everyone, and Kat.
So today we have a two-part, well, today we have one part of a two-part video build.
And this is the first part of a two-parter.
And this is part one.
Yes.
Okay, that didn't
First
start very well. Yeah, that's the one.
What are we looking at?
So actually, at first I wasn't sure, but it's just going to be a big house, really, that's all. On the biggest lot in Brindleton Bay. Is that 64 by 64? Or 50 by 50? I can't remember. It might be a 64. Anyway, the biggest lot in Brindleton Bay.
That giant one in the centre.
Yeah.
I don't think that picked up on the mic.
I hope
I
not.
yawned and then swallowed at the same time, it hurt.
Oh no. But it's been a long time since I built on such a big lot. I still somehow don't manage to use the space. I end up mostly making it a massive garden, but I kind of wanted to do that. I wanted to build something big, but I wanted to make use of more garden space, because often when I build a really large house, it ends up sometimes having a garden that's far too small for the size of the house. Sometimes I'll even eliminate the garden entirely because it looks so weird. So I wanted a big walkway, but I also wanted a massive area out the back. So we end up putting in like a horse stable. Obviously it's one day, maybe.
Horses.
Yeah.
I want chickens.
You want chickens?
It's like cluck.
Cluck cluck.
Yeah.
You want piggy?
Yep.
So do I.
I think I just want to play Stardew Valley.
Sounds like it. But the farm animals in Maple Story are really cute. We started playing that the other day. If anyone cares, probably not, but maybe.
That is neat.
Good
The house building in it is a bit clunky.
Yeah, it really is. Especially because my mouse's scroll wheel doesn't really work, so it takes me like a couple minutes to actually raise the level of things that I want. And yeah, just a bit long-winded. Thankfully with The Sims I can use keys for that, so even though my mouse barely functions, keyboard still works. I'm really happy about that. I mean, I can't complain either way, because I got this mouse from Tom, who's a friend, so it's like 10 years old or something. It's one of the best mouses.
He loves it.
Yeah.
G something or other.
Yeah, last time he came over he told me off and like
He lamented in it.
Not taking care of it properly. It's like it's 10 years old, I don't know what you want me to do. And my keyboards, so can't complain if either of those break. I spilled water on it recently and it managed to live because it's just so crap.
No.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's because Catherine doesn't have any switches, so it's just plastic under the keys.
Yeah.
So there's no sort of, there's no sort of big backlight on it.
Yeah.
So
if
there's no
water,
opening
yeah,
to get straight into sort of the
it would really have to seep through
pieces.
for a long time. If
Whereas
you spilled water, like a droplet of water on Tom's keyboard, it would just like probably explode.
It would get right in there.
Yeah.
Slip and slide straight to the corner.
But let's not even talk about that because I don't want that happening.
Catherine, your keyboard could be used as sort of model for a new Death Star. Just put stuff over it, or the holes, it'd be fine.
No, but I mean, I don't want to imagine yours going down. We've had such bad luck with any tech recently.
No.
Anyway, aside from all this, surely when you have so many bad days, it means good days are coming, right? Please. Anyway.
I don't think it means days are coming. It means you get so used to bad days that mediocre days feel like good days.
That's a really depressing thought, but okay. Anyway, this is the back of the house. I didn't remember this until just now, but oh well. When I went to build this, I was looking at two houses for some ideas. I liked both of them and I couldn't decide which one to build. So I used one of them as inspiration to make the front and the other was, well, inspiration to make the back of the house. So this house is based off of two houses. Fun. I actually prefer how the back turned out, but it does look far more... I don't know how to explain this, but it does look like the back of a house. I really don't know how to say that in a more articulate way, honestly. But I don't know, when I look at something I think, that really looks like the front of a house. That doesn't look like a facade, it really does look like... And that's how I felt about that one, so I did it.
Is this your first video since the trailer?
Yeah, for Get Famous.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, yeah, it is.
What do you think of Get Famous, Kat?
Looks pretty neat.
I thought it looked really basic.
How come?
I can just...
It's going to be like the detective career. You do it once and you're done
Well,
with
see,
it.
that's the problem with it. That Get Famous, it should be like, what sort of actor do you want to be? Or do you want to be a model? Or do you want to be a singer?
I think
or blah,
you can
blah, blah,
only
blah.
be an actor.
So you can only be an actor, which should work fine. With Cats and Dogs, you were like, oh, they're only bringing cats and dogs. But you had so many different types of cats and dogs, so it kind of worked.
Sure.
Well, dogs, all the
Until
cats
they
kind
brought
of
out
the same.
stuff back.
But then you've got the acting career, and I just know I'm going to be like, well, I want my actress to be a super glamorous actress. Well, that
Today
means
you have to
every
film a
acting thing
comedy.
is going to be exactly the same for you unless you can be bothered doing a cowboy shoot or a space movie. And it's going to be like, well, I would like to be able to pick a crafted career, but you know it's for every single play.
Yeah.
And your actor will get good at it and they'll forget lines and then you go, flubba double goo, and then I'll be like, oh, you didn't get a good review, and then you'll get another one, he'll go, I got it right, and he'll be like, and now you've mastered doing the western.
Yeah.
You wanted to roleplay this in a different way, and it will just feel so recycled. Watching it, it'll be one of those things you fast forward through, unfortunately.
I mean, yeah, yeah, kind of, but that goes for a lot of games, to be fair. Like, once you've seen a cutscene once, you don't really want to sit through it again unless you've not played it in a long time. So, like, some people played Dragon Age Inquisition several times in a row when it came out. I played it twice in a row. I had 2 different characters I wanted to try, and I wanted 2 different outcomes. Even so, I still struggled to force myself to sit through cutscenes a second time, because some of them are just dull and long-winded.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's because you could play a game like Dragon Age, an RPG. And Sims is it is an RPG, it's a role-playing game. But
there's not really choice.
But that's the thing, in RPGs typically you can choose, even if you're not choosing like story choices, you make choices in what your character does and how it does it and the party composition and blah 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 blah. But then you've got Sims, and it feels like this expansion is just going to be get better at watching a movie. The better your character, the more you grind out, the more you watch this movie, the better your character will be at making this movie for you to watch.
I know what you mean.
And there won't be... I'm worried there's not going to actually be an active role in what you're doing in it.
I'm also worried about that, but I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I think I'm going to assume it will be like a get-to-work career where you turn up on set, and I really do hope that you can you don't just click on the stage and click start acting or whatever, instead you actually have to be like... You have to choose your lines or something.
Yeah, I'm hoping there's a control around it like that.
I hope so, yeah.
You can talk about the outfit or how you want to deliver your lines.
That'd be really cool if you had to go to a red carpet premiere event and you could actually have an interview there.
Stuff like that.
And maybe
Loads
you
of
could be
stuff
rude.
that sort of like get you in that sort of lifestyle of it.
Yeah. Like, you know, in FIFA, this isn't the best example, but in FIFA, in how Alex Hunter's story, you can kind of decide if to have a hot or cool personality.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of cool if you could go to interviews in Get Famous and you could act
And
maybe
you
a bit
could
brash
make
or rude or whatever, or become San Myshuno's sweetheart or whatever the new world's going to be called.
Yeah.
Simmywood.
Yeah, something like that.
That's a terrible name.
I really don't want it just to be, I got the Western bobblehead because I did the Western movie perfectly, and now I'm going to do this, and that's my life goal. The life goal is to be amazing in every movie.
Right. I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'd like to...
I'd absolutely love if you could be a diva and get away with it. Like, you could get so good at it, and so, like, you could become such a marketable force that you can get away with just throwing tantrums all the time. And you can have a diva of a character.
That would be really cool, yeah. But yeah, I don't know too much about it yet. The trailer doesn't show tons of gameplay. Tail?
One thing I'm looking forward to is more flats.
Yes, me too. I need more apartments.
I'm really surprised they haven't made it an ability yet that you can just make a big lot like this and then designate apartments.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like, especially
people could then make things like old people's homes and...
Yeah, because I made a retirement home, but it just looks like a massive mansion, and that's basically what the game treats it as.
Yeah.
I just stuffed it with tons of old people.
And it's a bit weird in America they have all these massive detached houses.
Right.
Here everything's almost terraced.
Yeah.
So when we kind of want to bring something that we know, like
four
houses on a small lot all stuck together and all like
really
those sort of Chelsea houses, the townhouses that go straight up.
You can only make a couple.
Work. Yeah.
You can make a few joined houses, attached houses, I mean. but at some point it cuts off and then it looks really weird because you've got like just in this 40 by 30 lot just 4 houses stuck together, and then next door is this one American suburban home. It would be great if you could just sort of
drag a sort of drop over it and say this house belongs to these people and this is a different lot to these people.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And then
maybe they will in the future,
because I don't know if they have in America, but over here we have those sort of flats, you know, like in sort of Clapham and stuff.
Well, like you live downstairs
you
and
live downstairs and people,
upstairs.
so you'd go in to the house and it would be like a hallway and there'd be an upstairs and then there'd be just a straight ahead, and if you go into the straight ahead, you'd have the main floor and then downstairs would be your bedrooms, and the person who went upstairs would get to their living room, and then they would have another flight of stairs going up that would take them to where they live. That's how my aunt Catherine lived.
Oh right.
She had one of those downstairs things sold for a lot of money.
Yeah.
But she had one of those downstairs parts where it was a main floor and an underneath. It was so cool, like being a kid going underneath.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And my cousin Bradley's room would be like go down, go to the end of the corridor, cool. And we'd just be in this dim room playing GTA.
That is really cool. Where I grew up, awful place by the way, but anyway, some kids from my primary school lived nearby. Didn't actually like them. They were kind of horrible, but that's not the point. I was a doormat, so they came over to my house and then I went over to theirs. I really didn't want to, but I didn't want to say I didn't want to because I had to see them at school every day. And their house had a really similar layout to mine because they were like up the same street. But where we had a garage and it was cut off by a wall, they made their garage into a part of the house.
Right.
And so you'd open this door and there'd be like a space, and it was like a split level because it was like 4 stairs down to this lower down room.
Yeah.
And I just thought it looked really cool.
So we went on a bit of a tangent.
Yeah, we did.
But
we're just talking about houses looking cool.
Back to the expansion. I'm hoping it's going to have more than I think it is. But I am really excited to go to that new area. I think the area looks pretty. From what I saw, like the flashy lights,
really
and I was like, that's really cool. And I want to see a place with more cool things to do. Like San Myshuno was so exciting when you got it.
I still love San Myshuno. But
hopefully it won't do that thing that San Myshuno did when people got it, like it did for you, and delete all your saved data.
I'm still baffled by that. When I've googled it, I don't know if it was a common problem.
You might want to back up. I think you backed up your game already.
Oh yeah,
you might want to
I back
it up
every couple of weeks now. But yeah, no, I'm always excited to see the new worlds. That's probably my thought about expansion packs, just new worlds, because I mean I like building more than playing, so it's always fun to see a new world that introduces a new style of buildings you can create. Like Windenberg introducing Tudor style homes, that was really cool. Whole new thing to try out.
Yeah, I'm excited to see sort of like, because I feel like, and I think a lot of people enjoy sort of the flashy stuff.
Yeah.
And it feels like we've had a lot of seasons, and we've had cats and dogs, and we had going to Salvadorati.
Oh, yeah.
And it's all been really comfy sort of setting.
I get you.
And we haven't had a really flashy
No, I know what you mean. I build a lot of traditional stuff as well. I think it's partially because of where we live. The houses around here look like they're trying too hard to look Tudory.
Like this here is like a really sort of... Well, I saw the inspirations you looked at for these, and they were like super modern. Super American sort of massive houses.
And I've made it into like a farmhouse or something.
But you've gone and made it cozy. But I think that's because over the last year and a half, 2 years, a lot of what's been given to everyone has been cozy stuff. Yeah,
no, it is. I think that also might be to do with the fact that the expansions people most want are sort of lifestyle expansions. So people really wanted Pets and Seasons, and currently the most wanted pack now I believe is University, and after that people would really like Farm Life. So the most popular gameplay elements that people would like introduced to sort of just more cozy and
I can really see, and I think early in the game it had very plain furniture, and it never really had a cozy feel, but you could adapt that to have a sort of flashier feel to a building, just using old stuff. But San Myshuno feels like the last time we had something where you had some flashy stuff going into it. Like that's why I like the bowling pack, and I like the what's the other gym pack with the rock climbing? Fitness,
which we don't
because
have.
it's like flashier stuff.
I know what you mean.
And there's not much flash stuff.
No, I do agree. It's mostly like homely. That'd be a good stuff pack.
I mean, like the laundry pack is just comfy living. It's just loads of nice little sort of like sprinkles of comfiness.
It's the sort of cluttery stuff people want, like brooms on the walls and stuff. Because sometimes I want to make like broom closets. Yeah. But there's not enough stuff to do that. I'll end up putting crates in there and things.
Yeah. Like with this, I want more. I'm hoping they add more lights, like more water lights and stuff like that. Things that sort of exuberant.
So you could make this really cool nightclub or something.
Yeah. You know, want loads of cool fucking glass tables. You know those like pits where the fire is there, but it's like one of those silly fires that isn't even real, really. It's in like those digital pieces of coal that don't actually exist.
No, I get you. Yeah, no, because I don't know the time I built something modern. Maybe Silphco, and that was and that felt really sterile because we didn't have much to do. Yeah, man, that was difficult.
Yeah, because there's not that actually. Because compared to doing comfy stuff now, you've not got a massive deal to work with. Both the holiday things are comfy. A lot of expansions are.
Yeah, I find I only really build modern stuff now. I think in San Myshuno.
Like when we got the bowling pack, when you bought that the other month, we were like, "This is so cool! Look how light it is, look how clean and it's so sleek, and everything's really nice."
Okay, the next build I record will be a modern one.
Next one you'll do is a modern one.
Yes, the next build I'll do will be modern. I'm trying to step out of my comfort zone in building. We talked about this last time. We didn't record it, but we shell that we had to decorate. And Tom apparently took inspiration for the shell he built for me from The Witcher. So he just built this really tall... Because they all have
those tilty houses, sort of medieval-looking houses where their chamber pots out the window.
Oh god. There's actually notices about that in The Witcher, on notice boards, so he built this really tall, skinny, narrow thing. And it was so difficult to furnish, and he was like, you can't add walls, you can't move anything.
But then Kath was like, I'm going to make it for you. She just laid out a giant house.
Yeah, because that's what you find difficult.
And I was like, what the hell? With massive rooms.
That big.
Anyway, wait, I wanted to bring this up because what we were talking about with thing and sleekness.
We have 2
one
minutes,
thing,
by the way.
yeah, I know, one thing, and it's because I'm looking at your house there. Exterior wallpapers aren't good for modern, sleek, sort of stylish buildings.
What do you mean? Like the rocks and stuff?
The rock builds and the wood builds, they don't really feel like they go with it, and the plain ones don't really... It'd be nice to really have some sort of almost rough weathered marble look, maybe, or something to sort of add dynamics for stuff like that.
I know what you mean.
Like the only modern roof is that weird slat thing.
Oh yeah.
And it just looks awful.
Yeah.
And it never looks nice curved, and you can't do those interesting sort of shapes
often when I build modern stuff, I don't even end up using roofs. I'll just let it be a flat building top. But yeah, the next thing we build will be modern. I don't know what it will be, but it will be modern. I don't know if I'll do a house or maybe a club, restaurant, I don't know. If anyone is still watching at this point in the video, let me know what kind of venue I should build in a modern style. Tom, you have to comment, otherwise I'll look really bad.
Yes.
Do you think if I comment on my own video, people will notice?
I've never commented in my 10 years I've had my YouTube account, but I'll comment on yours.
Oh, thank you. I love you.
It's alright.
Anyway, okay, we are coming to the end. There's no tour today because it's only part 1, and I haven't actually finished decorating this yet, but there will be a tour in the next one. Okay. Anyway, thank you for watching, everyone. See you next time.
Bye-bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe just in case you forgot. Okay, bye. Thank you. Bye.